Rumors suggest that next year, 2026, might finally be the year we see a foldable iPhone from Apple. And more rumors are starting to circulate, so let's go over what's expected and what that's going to look like. So from a design perspective, Apple's first foldable is actually likely to be a book-style phone, similar to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold, the OnePlus Open, or the latest device that we checked out on the channel, the Oppo Find N5. Lots of rumors in the past kind of suggested that it was going to be more of the clamshell Samsung Galaxy Z Flip style, but apparently we're looking at the book style. Industry analyst Ming-Chi Kuo expects the foldable iPhone to measure between 9 and 9.5 millimeters when folded, and around 4.5 to 4.8 millimeters when unfolded. The foldable iPhone will reportedly have a titanium chassis with a hinge constructed from a combination of titanium and stainless steel, again, according to Ming-Chi Kuo. Apple is said to be using liquid metal in the hinges to improve durability and minimize screen creasing. Liquid metal, which is manufactured using a die casting process, has been chosen to address these two common issues with foldable phones. It's also worth noting that the crease on the display is a major point of emphasis for Apple and is probably one of the reasons why we really haven't seen a foldable iPhone quite yet. The company really wants to have no screen visible on the device whatsoever. While other companies are getting closer, there's still a visible crease, no matter how much marketing suggests otherwise. The Oppo Find N5 is one of the better ones on the market that I've seen currently, with a dramatically reduced crease year over year and compared to a lot of other devices, but it's still noticeable under certain lighting conditions. Personally, the crease, to me, non-issue. I think you get used to it pretty quickly. Would I prefer to it be gone completely? Of course, but it doesn't really bother me either visually or physically when you're actually touching the display and interacting with it. Again, you get over pretty quickly, and I think people who use foldables on a daily basis would probably agree with me. Aside from a crease-free display, Apple's foldable is expected to measure about 7.8 inches when unfolded, with a 5.5-inch display when closed. Honestly, I really like those sizes. It feels like the perfect compromise for those who want a smaller phone, but then also appreciate and need a larger display at times. That's kind of the whole point of foldables in my opinion, but some companies kind of make them, a big phone that can only get bigger. So you're getting a taller and larger outer display, which to me defeats the purpose. I think the Pixel 9 Pro Fold probably nailed the perfect size and form factor with the outer display. It feels like a normal slab phone when closed, but then of course it unfolds into a mini tablet. So I'm glad to see that Apple's kind of leaning in that direction instead of making a tall, skinny, narrow device that can unfold into a pretty larger screen. As for cameras, the foldable iPhone is also expected to include a dual lens rear camera and a front-facing camera for both folding and unfolded states, according to analyst Ming-Chi Kuo. Now, one interesting rumor here is that Face ID may not be included in this iPhone. Instead, Touch ID could make a return, but not as the classic home button version that we're used to. Instead, it would be integrated into the power button, similar to how it works on iPads. Now, this isn't new for the industry, but it would be new for Apple on an iPhone. Many other OEMs with foldables have implemented fingerprint sensors into the power button on the right side, which is a very convenient spot for your thumb to go ahead and just unlock your device. Lastly, battery life is expected to be pretty solid as Apple is focusing heavily on improving power efficiency. The company is slimming down key components like the display driver to make more room for battery cells. The phone will reportedly use high-density battery cells, the same ones that Kuo believes will be used on Apple's upcoming ultra-thin iPhone 17 Air. Now, as far as pricing goes, you can expect this to be pretty expensive, likely somewhere in the $2,000 to $2,500 range. The device is expected to launch in the second half of 2026, but I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. This is finally looking like a real thing, and I, for one, could not be more excited. If price wasn't an issue for you, would you rock a foldable iPhone, or would you rather stick with the traditional slap phones that we all know and love today? Again, go ahead and let me know down in those comments. This is Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you around in the next video.